Jesse Jenkins, Jesse Jenkins. What am I going to do about Jesse Jenkins? What am I going to say here? How do you give him the right send-off to MIT? Maybe this will help. I've got it! Okay, Jesse. With apologies to Allen Ginsberg, here is the energy howl. Hold on a minute. There, that's better. The energy howl. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by green madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the wind farms at dawn looking for an angry Watt. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of silicon. Who poverty and tattered and hollow-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold fusion vats floating across the tops of cities contemplating light water nukes. Who bared their brains to heaven under the L and saw Algorian angels staggering on solar roofs illuminated, who passed through universities with radiant cool eyes, hallucinating switchgrass and Cylindra tragedy among the scholars of war, who were expelled from the academies for crazy and publishing obscene odes on the web browsers of the skull, who cowered in unshaved rooms in hempware, burning their subsidies in wastebaskets and listening to the terror through the wall. What sphinx of cement and aluminum bashed open their skulls and ate up their brains and imagination? Moloch, solitude, filth, ugliness, ash cans and unobtainable dollars, Sierra clubbers screaming under the stairways, climatiers sobbing in armies, old greens weeping in the parks. Moloch, Moloch, nightmare of Moloch, Moloch the loveless. Mental Moloch, Moloch the heavy judger of men. Moloch the incomprehensible prison. Moloch the crossbones, soulless jailhouse and congress of sorrows. Moloch whose buildings are judgment. Moloch the vast stone of war. Moloch the stunned governments at the death of cap and trade. But there is hope. Jenkins, whose mind is pure machinery. Jenkins, whose blood is running money. Jenkins, whose keyboard fingers are 10 armies. Jenkins, whose breast is a quantitative dynamo. Jenkins, whose ear is a smoking tomb. Jenkins, whose eyes are 1,000 insulated windows. Jenkins, whose skyscrapers stand in the long streets like endless windmills. Jenkins, whose factories dream and croak in the biofuel fog. Jenkins, whose smokestacks and antennae crowd the cities. Jenkins, whose love is endless oil and gas. Jenkins, whose soul is green electricity and nukes. Jenkins, whose poverty is the specter of genius. Jenkins, whose fate is a cloud of practical hydrogen. Jenkins, whose name is the mind, and now off to graduate school. Dreams, adorations, illuminations, religions, the whole boatload of sensitive bullshit. Breakthroughs over the river, flips and crucifixions, gone down the flood. Highs, epiphanies, despairs. 10 years animal screams and suicides. Minds, new loves. Mad generation, down on the rocks of time. Real holy laughter in the river. They saw it all. The wild eyes, the holy yells. They bade farewell. They jumped off the roof to solitude, waving, carrying flowers, down to the river, into the street, and off to MIT. Well, okay, I added that last bit, but the rest of that paragraph was all from the original. So bye, Jesse, and have a good time in the Northeast. Ready? I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by green madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the wind farms at dawn, looking at it for an